They say libraries are safe places, temples of silence, knowledge, and peace. But what if I told you, deep inside one forgotten library, there is something that doesn't want to be read, something that wants to read you instead? The story begins in a small town in New England, where a century-old library still stands. Its walls smell of dust and mold, and its tall wooden shelves creak when no one's around. For years, whispers spread among children about the red doll hidden inside the library's restricted section. No one believed it at first. After all, what could be so terrifying about a doll? But those who swore they saw it never came back the same. In the late 1800s, the library was funded by a wealthy family, the Carlyles. They had a daughter named Evelyn, who loved dolls more than anything. Her favorite was a hand-sewn porcelain doll dressed in a crimson silk gown. But when Evelyn fell ill and died at the age of 9, her grieving mother donated her possessions to the library, except for that doll. The doll, she said, was Evelyn's soul. Months later, strange reports began. Librarians hearing soft giggles between the aisles at night. Visitors finding children's books opened on the floor, pages torn with tiny handprints. And then, one stormy evening, the head librarian was found dead. Her body slumped against a shelf, her eyes wide open, fixed on something above her. On the highest shelf in the restricted section, they found the red doll, staring down. The library closed that section permanently. Fast forward to today. A college student named Clara volunteers at the library. She's bright, curious, and desperate for material for her history thesis. When she hears about the Red Doll legend, she laughs it off. Just another ghost story. But curiosity is dangerous. One evening, while shelving books, she notices the janitor leaving early. The library is empty. The silence is heavy. And then she hears it. Giggle. A child's laugh, faint but sharp. Clara freezes. She looks around, nothing. But then she remembers the old tales, and her curiosity burns. She sneaks toward the locked restricted section. The lock is old. A little pressure and it snaps. The door creaks open. Dust clouds rise in the moonlight. Inside, the shelves are taller. The books older, their spines cracked and titles fading. And at the very end of the aisle is a small wooden chair. Sitting on the chair is a red doll. Porcelain face. Black lifeless eyes. A crimson dress stitched with gold thread. It looks new, untouched by time. Clara laughs nervously. She reaches out, brushing dust from its dress. The moment her fingers touch the fabric, the air turns freezing cold. The overhead lamp flickers, and she hears the whisper, "Don't leave me here." She jumps back, heart racing, but the doll doesn't move. Thinking she imagined it, Clara quickly takes photos for her thesis. But when she checks her phone, every photo is blank except for one. In that photo, the doll isn't sitting in the chair. It's standing behind her. Clara drops her phone, panicking. The library suddenly feels alive, the shelves groaning, books tumbling off by themselves, whispers echoing from every corner. She bolts for the door, only to find it locked shut from inside. Her flashlight flickers, and for just a second, she sees movement between the shelves, tiny feet. She runs deeper into the section, trying to find another exit. That's when she sees it. The red doll, no longer on the chair, now perched halfway up a shelf. Its head slowly turning to face her. Its porcelain lips curl. Not a smile. A sneer. Then she hears giggling, but this time, not one voice. Dozens. Children. All around her. The books begin to shake violently, falling one by one. Pages scatter, and she sees small, bloody fingerprints all over them. She screams, backing away, when the doll suddenly drops to the floor with a hollow crack. But when she blinks, it's gone. Clara stumbles into a reading room, slamming the door. She tries to calm down, but then notices something. Every mirror, every glass surface in the room now reflects the doll standing closer to her. She spins, nothing there. She looks back at the reflection. It's inches from her face. The whispers grow louder. Read with us, play with us. The lights shatter. Total darkness. And then the small porcelain hand grips her ankle. She shrieks, kicking wildly, trying to crawl away. She crawls under a table, clutching her phone for light. The weak beam catches the doll crawling toward her, its tiny porcelain fingers clicking on the wooden floor, its mouth opening unnaturally wide. The camera cuts. The next morning, the librarian finds the restricted section unlocked. On the table is Clara's phone, still recording. The last frame shows her terrified eyes as the doll's red dress fills the screen. Clara is never found, but in the restricted section, there's now a second doll on the chair. The original red doll sits smiling, and beside it, a new doll with Clara's face, frozen mid-scream. And so the legend grows. Every time someone dares enter that section, the doll multiplies. So if you ever wander into an old library and you see a red doll staring at you, run. Because once it sees you, you'll be sitting beside it forever.